my name is Ashley and I'm here to give an update as we are going back to the doctor today. It is Saturday, no it's not, it's Friday. Today is Friday. It's Friday the 28th and we are going back to my doctor to meet up with our IVF coordinator. Pretty much a lot of stuff has happened that I haven't really recorded or talked about because one reason or another, and I didn't want to just assume when we were waiting about hearing back about major things, because whenever I assume something's gonna go right, it usually does not. So we have been funded for the remaining amount of our IVF treatment. We were able to borrow the remaining amount, and we also were able to get the medication. We paid for that outright. We were able to use almost all of. We were able to pay for the medication out of pocket. Pretty much all the money that we had ended up raising was taken and used for the medication portion. And so we've been going on playing phone tag with the doctor's office for the past 3 or 4 days, just trying to figure out whether or not we were funded. They wouldn't let us make an appointment for anything without being completely paid off for the procedure, for the simple fact that there's a lot that's involved, and there's a lot of people that are involved, and they don't want to waste their time if we have to cancel. That way they have what money that they're supposed to have before we even make our first appointment. So we're on the way to the doctor's office today to meet up with the IVF coordinator. I have my medication at home. Pretty much when you purchase the medication, you purchase it from a third-party supplier. They're from California, or at least this person is based out of California, and they ship it to you within a day. My husband was at home that day, so he just waited for it to arrive. He had to sign for it, obviously. It's a $2,400 medication, so obviously somebody has to sign for it. What we're going to do with the IVF coordinator today is, I don't know if we're going to do a sonogram or not, but I do know we're going to do a urine sample pregnancy test just to confirm no pregnancy. And then tomorrow I start my medication. They are injections. I have to mix my first round up myself and then inject myself with it, but we're going to go over that today. And then my second round starts on next Thursday, so 4 or 5 days after my first round. And that I actually don't have to mix it, just take it and I inject it into myself until we're done. And then on the 7th I go back in to my doctor's office and we do a sonogram to check out my eggs, and then we determine the retrieval date by that sonogram. So the retrieval date will either be the 9th, the 10th, or the 11th. And then I will be under anesthesia again for that, so I will be knocked out. They'll go through and they'll collect all the eggs that they possibly can. And then that's also the day that they're going to need a specimen sample from my husband, so they can collect the eggs and the sperm at the same time and put them together to make embryos. And then they'll freeze the embryos that are made, that are viable. That's when we'll determine whether we can have 1 or 2. If they're completely viable, then we'll only have 1 that we're going to be putting in. If there's not as good as they should be, then we'll be doing 2. But pretty much that's what's going on. A week after that, after the retrieval day, once my period starts, we start all over again, and then after my period ends, we put the embryos inside the womb. And I believe I'm going to be awake for that procedure. It's one of those super easy things. And then I think 5 to 7 days later, we'll find out whether or not the pregnancy has stuck much what goes on. Now, what happens if it doesn't work, I don't know. I'm not sure. I think it's all based on how many embryos we have frozen, and because you don't have to pay $4,500 for the full procedure again because the procedure's already done. If you don't need to do the egg collection and retrieval and medication again, then it should be much cheaper just to put them back in a quicker sort of thing as well, because the embryos are just ready to be placed at that point. The second round is 76% chance of working. The first round is 50-something, 54% chance, maybe 55. And then the third round is like a 90-something percent, like a 92% chance of working. So hopefully we have a ton of embryos, and I would like it to work the first time, and I would just like to continue with what we were thinking, but of course I'm not going to assume anything. I don't want to get too excited about anything at all, but I am excited to get this procedure started. I'm really pretty nervous about the injections because I've never had to inject myself with anything. Like, I don't have diabetes, I don't have to check my blood sugar or do insulin, but I know a few people that do, so they've been really supportive. They're like, it's not that hard, the needle should be small, so it shouldn't be like one of those things that you're going to be dreading, even though, you know, if you don't like needles, you don't like needles, but at the same time it's a little different, so it can be a little scary. The last thing we'll be doing today, after all the other stuff, is going over what we're doing. I'm supposed to watch videos on how to do everything, which I'll be doing today. I was supposed to watch them a couple days ago, but I didn't do that because I just, one, I didn't get the information dropped into my life until like a day ago, maybe 2 days ago. 2 days ago. They didn't put in my patient portal because I hadn't been funded, so they're not going to give you the information how to use your medication, obviously. And two, every time I'd come home from work, I'd be really tired and I'd fall asleep and I'd forget about it. But I will be watching those videos, instructional videos, today after the appointment, and then I start tomorrow for the injections. And I think I'll be doing like a mini daily vlog for that, just to like be like, oh, this is what I'm doing this day, this is what I'm doing this day, this is how far we've gotten, this is what is at. And then of course I'll keep everybody updated with the Monday appointment, which is where we look at the eggs and the ovaries and stuff. And then of course I'll let you know what day we'll actually be doing the egg retrieval. So, my mom is with me because my husband has to work. But yeah, we're just on the way to the doctor's office. I'll let you know how everything goes. I'll let you know what they tell me, if they give me any more information. But I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, we just finished with my appointment, and it was fine. It was just like a normal appointment. I came in, and one of my favorite nurses did my sonogram. She's really sweet. She's really, like, she just seems very nurse-ish. Like, she just has a lot of confidence about her. She knows what she's doing. She's very personable, has great, like, patient care, pretty much. So she's really sweet. She's just really sweet. And so she did my sonogram today. My physician did not, which is fine because I really don't mind who does my sonogram as long as they know what they're doing. And so that was just to look at my ovaries, make sure my lining was thin and everything is. She was looking at my eggs, and I had a bunch of egg follicle circle things. I think I had like 8 on one. There was like 8 on one, so that's pretty awesome. Then I found this, I think it's a penny found it on the ground, and I'm going to put vinegar on it, and I'm going to find out if it's a penny or not. Because I can see a date, so it's either, I can see a date on it, so I know it's some form of currency. I just don't know if it's a penny or a dime, or maybe a Canadian penny. And then, I don't want to show off all my information, so, but, this is my calendar. The second page is completely blank, which is funny. But we discussed everything, because the thing that started this entire journey was I wasn't having periods for months on end, and we were trying to conceive, and I kept thinking, well, I was pregnant and I just wasn't getting a positive test, or something was wrong, possibly in ectopic pregnancy. I've never been pregnant, but I would go have a period and then like 2 or 3 months later not have one, and then I was just getting really frustrated. And so I was telling them, I was like, hey, just a FYI, what are we gonna do? Like, do you think that it'll automatically kickstart once we do all this? Because they are like pretty much stimulating everything. So I'm like, what do you think they're just automatically kickstart it once we're done with the other parts of the procedure? And she said it's very possible with the hormones that it will automatically begin and you won't have to worry about it. But she said if you're concerned or it hasn't happened within the time frame, just give us a call and they'll probably prescribe you the Provera to jumpstart everything, which they've done twice now, which is no big deal. It's really inexpensive. I think my insurance covers the brunt of it, so it's only like 34 cents for an entire 5-day dosage, which is 10 pills, which is the whole dosage that you need. So that's not really that big of a concern if I need to do Provera or anything like that. But I'm just glad that we have all the game plan ready to go. But yeah, we talked to the nurse, we got my calendar, I've got to watch my videos, and we are now on the way to go get my mama's sunglasses fixed. Then I'll be heading home, finishing up a few things, and starting my starting my Minopure tomorrow. And I'm supposed to take that after 6 p.m. every day at the same time. So, I will see you then. Alright. This, I think, is going to be the end of the vlog today. If it's not, then you'll see later. But, my mama is getting frustrated with traffic. I don't like traffic either.
Truck.
Thank you for watching. I'm sorry. Thank you for watching. Find out what this is in the next video. I hope we reach, thank you for following our journey. I hope we reach the treasure at the end of it. You all have a good rest of your day. Bye.